Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Ethereum, Solana and injective price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with Ethereum. Actually, we're gonna start on the lower time frame since of course we started this push toward the upside after the low over there. We're still looking at two possibilities. The first possibility is an A, B after three waves, invalidation taken, and we push for higher. Currently, we have reached the 1-to-1 fib level 3217, which it might be, of course, an ABC finished over there. However, if we count, of course, inside this impulse toward the upside here, we have a potential 1, 2, and then wave 3, 4, and a 5, unfinished wave 5. And that because, of course, you have here a wave 1, you have an expanding flat wave 2, and you have a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 for wave 3. And then continuation correctively here, as you can see, of course, a 3 waves towards the downside, and continuation, of course, for wave 4 in the scenario of a wave 4 and a 5, of course, to finish the major wave 5 there. And in this case, of course, you are currently in the perfect fib levels for a wave 4, where we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, that it might still continue, of course, toward the upside after hitting this box, of course, which is the perfect target there. However, as a structure here, of course, it can be a W, X, and a Y here, where you have 3 waves, unless, of course, we're gonna finish up here as a potential diagonal, but I doubt it. Of course, the wave 3 is longer, and of course, all of them are zigzags. Nothing is impulsive toward the downside. Everything is, of course, corrective in this area. Currently, I'm looking, of course, for a rebound here for a wave 5 to continue toward the upside. If we take also the timing regarding the wave 2 here and based on the wave 3, we can see as well that the wave 4 over wave 2 here, of course, is already given as a double time almost. Still can, of course, range, but it's a perfect timing to push for higher. Meaning the correction, yes, might has been finished there, and it is time, of course, to push for wave 5. Your target, of course, for this wave 5 has 2 targets. One is a major target taken from the zone 1 here. Based on the wave 3, we might see, of course, the following target, which is already reached at 1.618, extended wave 5. To be much more precise, therefore, of course, as a target there, it is preferable, of course, to take this target right now and watch, of course, the 0.618 as 3,307 and 3,350. A very extended wave 5 that it might, of course, unfold there for Ethereum and hitting a potential wave 4, and might be, of course, a continuation there. Once you finish, might be, of course, your wave 3. Don't forget, because you still have a potential wave 1 there as diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 1, ABC, wave 2, and it is a wave 3, for example, here 4 and a 5. So to recap the things and to make it easier, we are, of course, in 2 possibilities, as we mentioned, ABC, 1-to-1 fib level, but obviously that we still corrective and we push for higher decisively, meaning very likely that we push for a wave 3 there in a 1, 2, 3, and then looking for 4 and a 5 continuation toward the upside here. In case, of course, not an extended wave C, meaning it can be, of course, also extended wave C and dropping down. Of course, the possibility is still there, but basically on the lower time frame, I'm still looking for higher. If we watch also the KGT indicator here, I'm gonna go a little bit on the 3-minute chart. Now we can see, of course, a signal for selling there, but very important to mention that the previous bearish signal is overtaken there by the new one and within the price, meaning invalidation of the bearish signal. Very, very strong possibility to continue with the buy signal here for the bullish, and of course continuation for higher prices. On the 1-minute chart as well, we can see a new bullish signal, of course, following, of course, the previous one. And yeah, it's not in so much strong divergence, but don't forget that the bearish is invalidated as well. The higher you go here within the price, the higher prices we will see still for Ethereum. So very, very likely, of course, to continue toward the upside. Don't of course, forget that this is still a correction, and we push for one more leg for Ethereum. Yep, so that was it for Ethereum. Let's move to Solana on the lower time frame as well, where we are looking at a potential W, X, and a Y. Now, Solana is a little bit different here. Of course, it can be something as a wave one. I'm going to explain it, but very complicated. I'm somehow hesitating to put this scenario, but still can be possible. Okay, so I'm going to keep it there. Here we go. So basically, it can be, yes, a W, X, and a Y, or it can be, of course, a zigzag here, A, B, and a C, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and a 5. And then, of course, potentially here, even can be this zigzag 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, sorry, and then A, B, and a C expanding flat wave 2, meaning as a 1, and then wave 2, and then wave 3, 4, and a 5, in case, of course, we see higher prices. But don't forget the wave A, okay, as a W and X, and you have the wave Y also as 3 waves. So, yeah, we gotta be careful with it. But very also possible that you might be in the diagonal there, wave, of course, 2 very long, and then we push for higher. Now, if we dive inside it there, we can see also that Solana has double 1, 2 already. I didn't mark them, but I will. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, of course, where you have this gray, let's say gray scenario. And we have another, of course, a 1, a 2, and then 3, and still looking probably here 4 and a 5, maybe finished. Well, for Solana is a little bit different. It might be finished perfectly. Be careful, perfectly in the blue box. Yeah, 1-to-1 fib level, 100% hit, and we see a reaction. So Solana is not showing really strong trend still. Probably, of course, it can be something as a diagonal there unfolding. Can be, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, since the wave 4 interfering with the zone 1. Can be, but I don't like it because the wave 3 also is longer than the wave 1, so we cannot really count this. And of course, the invalidation is given. So very likely also that you might still be corrective here. Can be 3 ways down, A, B, and a C, probably a little bit deeper. In this case, anyway, for Solana, because the impulse is done and finished, I would like to see continuation for higher as a potential extension, meaning 1, 2, 1, 2 here, and 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, in case this will happen, okay? Because, of course, it can. Yeah, of course it can, like those can transform to double 1, 2s and 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. If this happens, that, of course, a very strong signal, meaning by taking the high again there, it might be, of course, confirmation for higher prices, okay? Meaning, if we simply continue from there, okay, 146. But if we continue to drop down, well, okay, it's a potential finished impulse there. I don't like it, of course, as to call it wave 2, because very likely it's an ABC still 1-to-1 fib level. But in case, of course, we never skip any possibility there, so you might dive to this area. Okay, in case we drop down, we might dive to this area to be tested, meaning potential 1, ABC wave 2, and then another 1, 2, and then pushing for higher, or we continue the drop downward after an ABC. So breaking this box would say, okay, possibilities are getting higher and higher to drop down. We're gonna test the perfect fib level again for a 1, 2. If we break it again, okay, we drop down for a new low, and we continue the bearish scenario in a wave 4, meaning, of course, you might still be here in a 1, 2, 3, and then wave 4 and a 5. Okay, so this is the idea. Yep, so we're gonna watch Solana also for the KGT Solana. I don't see really yet strong signal, of course, for bullish still. I see a sell signal there. However, to mention also on the 3-minute chart, of course, we see here divergence with the bearish signal. We see, of course, the price taking the high here of this bearish signal, and that means, of course, invalidation, still giving a power for this signal, meaning if we dive deeper a little bit, getting a new bullish signal, it might unfold something for higher, okay? it might be the case. On a little bit bigger time frame as well, you can see also that this bearish signal is invalidated, which is of course giving strength for this huge divergence there. Okay, probably it might continue as a double 1-2 there, extension 3-4-5-4-5. This is my possibility also as bullish, but to confirm it, of course, we need a 146 or 47, let's say, dollar for Solana to confirm that. For injective, of course, after this low where we saw, of course, our ending diagonal here as expected, potential zigzag can be given, or from there even a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Perfect. Finished, of course, a wave 5 here or a wave C. We are expecting something strong to push for higher here for injective. And we started, of course, within this impulse in double 1-2. I'm going directly 15-minute chart to see, of course, clearer what's going on there. So we have a 1-2, another 1-2, and then wave 3, and then of course wave 4 as an expanding flat, and then wave 5 here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending diagonal, finishing wave 3, wave 4 to be given still there as an expanding flat again, and potential wave 5 still to be unfolding for higher prices. As a wave 4 in the white scenario here, you are looking at the following targets. So probably, yeah, we might dive a little bit deeper. And don't forget that this is an expanding flat, that it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hitting over there. And then, of course, pushing for higher. Now, in confluence, if you want to see some confluence within this wave C expanding flat, you will see that, yes, we might dive a little bit deeper there, and at least taking the 1.618, and yeah, we're gonna see the reaction over there for 0.23 and unfolding wave 5, which it might still be expected for injective. If not, of course, then yeah, something is going to be bearish there. Of course, not finishing the impulse is yeah, is a potential something bearish, yeah, something corrective, WX and a Y or something. Target, of course, to be reached for wave 5, 6.31, 6.45, of course, for injective. Dropping down, of course, invalidation is so far. So we need to test the things, the structure, the micro level, and we'll see, take it from there, guys. So we'll see this area, what's gonna do. 5.87 and yeah, probably to the 6.31 for injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.